Hello and welcome to another episode of the Vinyl Resting Place podcast. I am Dapo Agiri and I am super pleased to be joined by Alex Osborne, aka DJ Lixxy. What are you saying,
Hello.
Alex? How are we today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We've been just chatting shit.
I already feel loose.
Oh yeah, I feel pretty warm.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for joining me today. Alex is one of my really close friends. We've known each other a long while now, and I feel like I know a lot about your musical talents and your musical career. But could you just give the people at home a little bit of an insight into what you're doing and what excites you musically?
Yeah, thanks, Dapo.
You're...
Yeah, I was literally thinking about this the other day, like how long we've known each other. I think it's been like 8 years something.
It's getting up in years now. We're embedded now. We're not. Isn't it? They say that 7 years. After 7 years, you have to be mates for life. That's just how it goes.
I think so.
That's the rules.
I think it's
Them's
got
the
to
rules.
happen.
Just...
We're so entwined now. Everyone's just entwined.
It's because you're stuck with Charles, so you're stuck with me.
Exactly.
It's just what happens now.
But yeah, obviously, thanks for having me on.
More than welcome.
So yeah, I've been like DJing since lockdown. But before that, like I've always been into like my music, like classical music.
Yeah.
Like I did A
Let's
level.
go. This is the thing, right? Because I feel like I remember I did an episode where I was talking about like playing the flute and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the boys roasted me.
Did they?
I can't. It was. For what I said, I definitely said something dumb, but it is what it is. It's
Wait,
out there
what was
now.
your flute skills?
I was like grade 6 or 7 at flute, or something like that.
Okay.
I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
Decent, but
that is pretty decent.
It's good level.
Grade 6 is like
I had to do theory.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's
what put
too
me.
much.
That's what put me off. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely think I would have loved to have been like a session musician or something like.
Yeah, I
it
bet you
seems
would
like
have been so good.
lovely life. Everyone's like they live
Yeah.
a really cool and like enjoyable life. You're doing what you
Yeah.
love on a day-to-day basis, getting paid for it. But grade 5 theory absolutely knocked me off, and I was like, this is awful.
Yeah. I didn't mind like the theory part because I don't know, my brain was like sort of wired to it.
But you're a scientist.
For me, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm more of a scientist when it comes to music.
Mm.
Because when it comes to like playing piano like diligently and like with a virtuoso sort of vibe, like I'm not that. Like I like the music, I like enjoy playing, but every time I started to play in front of other people, my fingers just go jelly.
Oh really?
Whereas there was this one guy at my school, and like because there's only one piano, only one person gets to be in the orchestra. And to be fair, like I did get in towards the end, but only because he left. He went to uni, and he was just incredible. And I just thought, I'm nothing like you. Like I will never be like him.
That's what. How come you get that for like playing the piano, but then you feel comfortable on like DJing?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, because I think for me, my talent more lies in like the like listening part.
Okay. So
and like when I'm
hear
listening
it.
to songs, I'm like, oh, I really like that bit. I really like that part. So like the blend of it.
Okay.
But also like, I don't know, when you're playing piano, it's very technical with your fingers. And it's like muscle memory. My fingers aren't that precise.
But that's what I say about DJing. Like, I can't like get it right. Like I can't press the thing at the right time. Like, it doesn't work for me, and I feel like it is the muscle memory side of it though.
Yeah, I feel like with the DJing it's less precise. Like you press the button, you like move the knobs like slowly. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, childish. That was childish. That was an apology.
Literally, you know, like when I just said, oh, I like the listening part, I was literally about to say oral test. You obviously can't say that.
No, you can't. I wouldn't have been able to control myself. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
fair.
It's that.
No, I love it. And I think it's like what I've found now, more so than potentially ever, but that might just be because my knowledge has changed, is that so many artists that we love and so many DJs have like a root in like either playing an instrument or classical or jazz or whatever it is, and then they take that and then extrapolate it to whatever lane that they want to be in like the commercial sense of stuff. And I think you can tell when someone's got like, I don't know, like strong musical foundations. Like that's I think the key.
I think it is. It just sort of like happened with the DJing, which I was quite surprised. Like, because I always thought about it like you, like it looks really hard.
It does look hard.
And it's really stressful because it's like happening live and they're like crossing like this.
Yeah.
And you have to like get it right. But then once you sort of do it like right, it becomes easy.
Yeah, I imagine for those who are that way inclined, it is, but I just can't do it.
Maybe I'll give you a lesson.
I think that might be what I need. I just want to know, I don't even need to be able to mix that well, but I would like to not sound atrocious when doing it, you know? Just to get, because to understand getting from point A to point B where I know that this song works with this song and be able to transition. We've got a controller in our yard that no one uses.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's just there for decoration.
You should get it out. Give it a go.
Just start mixing it. And do you know what? I actually might start doing that. That would be.
Yes.
Why am
Oh my god! If you want to come and be part of this thing.
Oh, part of the DJ collective. Yeah. For all those listening,
DJ collective incoming.
Alex is looking for any up and coming DJs who want to play gigs in and around London. So. Hit her up.
Yeah, we're looking for multi-genre, like pop, R&B. That's the thing, because I DJ with events rather than like, well, more private events.
Yeah. You get a bit dictated.
It's more cheesy.
Yeah, it's more cheesy.
It's a lot more cheesy. So it's hard to find people that also play that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love
can
like,
learn.
yeah.
I can learn.
Would you want to play cheesy pop?
I if they're paying me, they can ask me to play whatever.
That's how I feel.
Speaking of cheesy,
yeah.
We have to talk snacks. We have to because I would say your taste in snacks when I'm at yours and Charles's house is very strong. Like I feel
what kind of snacks have you had?
So your baked goods in terms of what you actually make is top tier.
Yeah.
Cookies.
I do love baking.
The cookies are elite. That's one. You always tend to have a good crisp selection. On the whole,
That's
you tend to
Charles.
have. Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
He loves crisps.
Yeah. They are the best snack. They are the best.
Do you think?
That was. Do you not?
Dry.
No. All right, talk to me.
I need some dip.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not opposed to that.
I like a sensation crisp
Dipped
because
in.
they've got a lot of flavour.
Yeah, they do. They're all right. They're a strong 7 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. The snap of the really. Yeah, that is what I think actually, Al.
Okay, what's your favourite?
My favourite. So this is. I'm glad you asked because no one's asked me in a little while. I've been dying to say this.
Okay.
So my favourite crisp is always the Paprika Max Walkers because they're
they're good.
Banging. But
are they the crinkle?
The crinkle cut.
Yes,
Yeah. Bigger surface area, all of that
yes.
jazz. But in Portugal, I had. Have you ever had Takis?
Are they like
the little cone
yes
ones, and they're like chili and lime?
Yes.
They're banging. Yes. And they sell them in the shop by our yard, and I was like, oh my.
Is this in Portugal, did you say?
So I had it for the first time in Portugal, got back to Croydon,
right,
I was just in the shop, and they were there, and I was like,
yes.
Oh god, this is a new, and I've had so when did I get back from Portugal? Like 3 weeks ago. I've had a bag every week. Let's just say every week to stay on the safe side.
Once a week is
Once
fine.
a week in amongst the other
crisps.
But they are the chili and lime ones, the purple bag. Have them. They're banging. They're sick. Those are really good. Outside of crisp, what would be your top snack then?
Okay, so this is obviously very difficult
Mm-hmm.
because it always changes. But I think at the moment, if I was to have any snack, it would be like a fresh, nice olive. Like a bowl.
So wild. No, get on my podcast. No way.
But you want me to say like chocolate or something?
Do you know?
If I was going to say a nice, unhealthy snack, chocolate chip cookie.
Agreed.
I just fucking love chocolate chip cookies.
I'm a white chocolate cookie now.
I'm white chocolate.
Yes.
I'm white chocolate.
Yes, they are.
No one likes it.
No one likes, but I think
or like a double chocolate. Too much.
Too much.
Too rich.
Say less.
It needs to be the
white chocolate is a perfect I do. M&S do a banging white chocolate cookie.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like I dumped on the olives a little bit too hard there. They are like So you know they say that olives, you like olives as you start to grow up, and because I don't eat olives at all.
Still.
But I would eat them on stuff like olives on a pizza. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Olives in a salad. I'm not gonna like start picking around the olives. Olives in pasta. I'm not.
No,
gonna
it's nice with other things.
But like, I've never once had the urge in my life to like stick a cocktail thing in a cocktail stick in an olive.
Like
and
when
eat
a
it whole.
tapas restaurant, like a little starter, like a cheap starter. Love that.
I'll just let everyone else have them.
Yeah.
I'll save the
Honestly,
calories.
I think you might need like a less strong one.
Yeah, I think I'm going into it though. I'm just maturing at a
See,
slower
I'm
rate.
the same as you. Like your taste buds change every 6 months.
Yeah.
So-
Mine are definitely growing more adult, a little bit. But I would take Takis over an olive any day of the week.
That is fair enough.
I actually, we're gonna end up chatting about food the whole time.
This is so bad.
and I actually really, really loved your album choice for Vinyl Resting Place.
Yay.
And I want to dive into it because I think there's actually a lot to say about the artist as well, and I've got some takes.
So much.
So
there's so much.
Without further ado, let the people at home know what your Vinyl Resting Place album is and why.
Okay, so I picked Hot Pink by Doja Cat. Like, first thought might be a bit of a cliche pick.
I don't know,
However, I think like it's just one that I've listened to so many times. And I spoke to you about it, didn't I?
Yeah,
It's like, what kind of vibe? But you were like, pick something you've listened to loads.
Yeah.
And like, that was the first thing that came to my head. Like, Lockdown, Doja Cat, this album.
It was the album that kind of it launched her really, because I don't really remember the album before it at all.
No.
I thought this was her debut, but it's not.
So I heard about her through Colours, and I know we bonded over Colours.
Yeah,
and I love hers. And she did Juicy.
She did Juicy,
and
yes.
she was wearing a red outfit.
Yeah, I remember.
She looked like a little cherry.
Yeah.
And I was like, this girl is so cool.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I think it's a really good choice for Vinyl Resting Place because it's actually one of those albums you can just really listen to over and over again. I at first I was like, as an album would I put it in because people will come on and bring I don't know, Lauryn Hill, or someone will come on and bring the Beatles, and you're like, would I put this
critically acclaimed?
Yeah, but then you kind of can't fault it. It's catchy,
Catchy
funny,
is the word.
It's more intelligent than I think it's given a bit of credit for. I think we had an episode with this girl called Kate Bond, great singer, really good episode, and she calls this pussy popping rap.
Yes,
and
yes, I've seen this.
Yeah, and she thinks that needs a bit more representation and should be given more credit. I feel like Hot Pink is an album that kind of elevates the genre, as it were, because it bangs. It really does bang. And it took, I think, maybe within lockdown, where everything was a little bit low energy and you couldn't do much.
Yeah.
Really brought a bit of fun.
Exactly.
Today, listening to this, because I do my work, I do due diligence. I'm always listening to the albums so I can have actual takes. It lifted my mood listening to it.
It's so I don't know. It's very poppy.
It is
pop. You know.
And I don't. but but it works for me. It works for me massively. Do you have a top 2 or 3 songs, favorite standout tunes for you?
My favorite, I was thinking about this, is Rules.
Really?
Because I just love the bridge so much.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just like it.
It
makes me feel good.
Not
But
the song I thought you were going to pick.
Which one did you think I was going to pick?
I thought potentially Juicy, potentially Say So.
But Juicy was on the previous album.
Oh, was it?
Yes, because this is why, I was confused, but she put it on both. So I didn't actually think about Juicy, but Juicy is hands down, her best song, in my opinion.
We're going to get onto that. We're going to get onto that. Yeah, okay.
Wait, you like heavily disagree?
I don't like heavily disagree. I don't even think it's the best song on this album. Put it that way.
Okay, which one do you think is the best?
I think Streets or Like That.
Okay, Streets is a vibe.
Streets is a banger.
And it's good lyrics.
Great lyrics. There's a beat to it. Like it's a bit more, I don't know, serious and heavy hitting rather than, especially like where it sits in the album. Everything's been quite like fun and like doesn't take itself too seriously. Whereas like Streets is a little bit more like, for want of a better word, sexy, sultry, like I don't know, like serious, and also slaps.
Yeah.
So that's where, but then Like That, there's a Snake Hips remix to like that that's like on my gym playlist. Yeah. So I've got an affinity to that song anyway. But
I mean, I like all of them. Like, it's a no skip. The only one that I don't like is probably Bottom Bitch.
I quite like Bottom
Bitch. We are not the same. We are not the same. But I think for me, like, as a person, like, my taste is like more of the rhythmical sort of ones. Yeah. So I gravitate more to Rules because it's like got different flows and like different towards that. Like, I'm less of a lyric person, more of like a musical. And I think the same with Juicy. Like, it's got so, like, each verse is a different flow. And I just really like the energy that it comes with. She does
mix things up really nicely, like, in each song. So it's not like a boring listen, even just as an individual single.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. We're not the same.
Yeah, we're just not the same.
I think I like Doja Cat as a rapper more than anything, which I think is not something that I necessarily thought I would say before we started like delving into this. And maybe off the back of that, do you think this is Doja Cat's best album? Because there's this, so that I don't know the first album, what's it, Amala, that well.
Yeah, I'm not good with Amala, but I listened to Planet Her.
And then there's the new one, or new-ish one, Scarlet as well.
So, like, I've listened to the singles with her new album, and I think that's probably because Planet Her disappointed me.
So, okay, right, we actually might be the same. Yeah. Because Planet Her, I remember, because Barney loved Planet Her. Like,
really?
He was like, this is a coming out party. This is a sign of like what she's gonna be and who she is.
Yeah.
It's aight. Like it's not bad. It's not bad, but like I don't always think it's a good sign when your singles are like streets ahead of the rest of the album. And I think Woman and Kiss Me More are like just so like highly rated and sound the best. You Right as well is a good tune as well.
None of the other ones really like pop out to me. Like I think that's with an album I find it difficult to like engage with every song because some of them like feel a bit like a filler, yeah. And I felt like with Hot Pink, none of them are fillers. Like I could listen to all of them, whereas with Planet Her, I'm just like skipping a lot.
Yeah, no.
But like Woman, never skip that
Never
one.
skip. It's a good, and also it's hard because Woman is the start of Planet Her, and then Kiss Me More is the end. So like you've got a very strong intro and a very strong outro. Yeah. But then in the middle you're floating, and you might disagree with me. One of my least favourite songs on Hot Pink is Cybersex.
Yeah.
But because it's at the start of the album, I don't mind it because you're there, and I'm listening to the album now. So like,
what don't you like about it?
I just think it's not for me because a lot of the things that we're giving her credit for about like not taking herself too seriously and just having a bit of fun with it is very much what Cybersex is. Yeah. I think some of the lyricism is a little bit lazy. I think some of and like it just,
there's not that much going on in terms of lyrics.
No, and
it's very repetitive.
I think that's the thing that I find, but it is a vibe. Like it is a vibe, and it does set the tone for the album. My controversial opinion is that the new album, or the latest album, I think came out in 2023, I think, Scarlet, like Attention and Paint the Town Red and that, like
Yeah, Attention is such a good one.
Attention is
I love that song.
the whole album kind of goes off.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I prefer Doja as a rapper. Paint the Town Red, banger.
Yeah.
Fuck the Girls, banger.
Yeah.
Ouchies, banger. Can't Wait, Agora Hills, Attention,
Yeah.
Ballad, and I was like, oh shit, am I a Doja Cat fan?
Yeah.
And it's a bit weird. Oh, right, okay. So this based off that, because Scarlet Doja Cat and Hot Pink Doja Cat, very different people.
Yeah.
Like I feel like her personality and her energy and
Yes,
aura has
the
changed
energy
a
is
little
so
bit.
different.
Her
mindset.
Yeah, and I think I prefer Hot Pink Doja Cat. Doja Cat from that Colours video.
Yes.
Big crush.
Yes.
Like, I've said on this very platform, marry me, Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Plenty of times, because I couldn't.
She'd be lucky to have you.
Wouldn't she? But I just think this dark Illuminati, whatever's going on in her, it made some banging music. Like
I 100% agree.
It was very hip hop. I was here for it.
Yeah, I love like her, like I don't know, the topic. Like in Attention, she's like now like I don't need you to love me because I have this bald head.
Yeah.
That's what I hate it. I just hate it so much. This is what I wanted to talk about as well.
On, hit me.
Like she blew up on TikTok. Every single song from Hot Pink went viral.
Yeah.
Then she decided, I don't want to wear a wig anymore. It's annoying. It's sweaty. Like when I go to the gym, I have to wear a wig and then like put my hair up after.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not going to do it anymore. And then suddenly everyone hates her.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
so true.
This is a coincidence. Not.
Just let the poor girl be. It's
exactly.
true. It is true.
And then she's getting all this hate. And it's just like, everyone is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, she's still beautiful, but like, you just read the comments. It's probably all teenagers anyway, but like...
Oh, of course. Or
like you're reading the comments.
Literally, yeah.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's just the fickleness of audiences, like, especially in our, like, TikTok generation, whatever you want to call it, like, there's always something else for people to latch onto. So if you're not exactly the thing that people expect you or want you to be, and they dash you away. The only thing I will say about Doja Cat, and this came to mind when you mentioned the album, did you see when she was like deep in some like white supremacist like video call?
Wait, was it like someone was wearing like a KKK hat?
Yeah, and she was like, it was like in the bottom of the screen. It's all these like white guys from the middle.
Is this like on Omegle or something?
Yeah, I think so. I was like, I don't know I don't get what the end
She's
goal
just
is
like
here.
a bit of a crackhead.
Yeah, she
like,
is.
That's the other reason why I love her so much.
Yeah.
Like before all this hate, like she was so funny on TikTok.
Yeah, she
like
was.
every single video, I'm like, you're just a joke.
There was a period of time where she just was constantly like, everything was cow themed. Like she was dressed
bitch, I'm a cow.
Yeah, I was here for it. It was funny, and I think this is got to remember what Hot Pink came out in 2019, so she was 4 or 5 years younger than she is now. So she's grown up a little bit. Like she was always pretty fucking quirky and like out there. She's just doing it in a different way, and it's not as like maybe cutesy, and it's not as
she
like,
doesn't feel the need to be cutesy anymore.
But
like
she shouldn't have to as well. Like it's not a necessity, and by all accounts, not being cutesy doesn't affect the quality of her music. Like she tried, like Planet Her wasn't necessarily cutesy per se, but it was like closer to it was closer aligned to like the demographics that she was approaching
it was
before.
more of like a Hot Pink too.
Yeah, but they didn't
it wasn't elevated.
Nah, it was a poor sequel.
Whereas now the new album is different.
It's different. It's something different, and that's always hard. Like,
Yeah.
as an artist, to do something that your fans weren't ready for or not expecting.
Yeah.
They're not always going to receive it in the same
Yeah.
way. But I think it's a great album.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's the
great.
thing about blowing up on TikTok as well. Like, your fans are going to end up being a lot younger than probably they would normally be. And also her fan base is huge because it spanned the whole of the platform.
Yeah.
So she's got to cater, well, she doesn't have to, but it's catering for so many people. And just as a side note, she's still hot, so.
I mean, you can. She's dating the guy from Stranger Things, but she can still marry him.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that.
Didn't she?
It's amazing.
This was another thing she got hate for, because she DM'd one of the kids in Stranger Things.
Noah Schnapp.
Is
it Noah Schnapp?
Yeah, the guy with the Will, yes. Yeah.
Because, oh my god, I was reading about this the other day.
Because she thought that Joe Quinn, the actor, I can't remember what his character was
hot.
And she was like, what's
Give
he
me his
saying?
number.
And then Noah goes on like fucking Leno or or was it Jimmy Kimmel or one of those shows, outs her. And then like, okay, they've said it.
Yeah.
But then, for whatever reason, she just got loads of backlash. And it was like, she was just trying to... It's an interesting way to shoot your shot. She's just trying to shoot a shot.
Wait, she messaged him saying it wasn't cool. And then he posted that on his social media as well.
That's
and it was like...
That's so funny. But then,
to be fair,
it worked.
It
They're
did work.
now.
Like, also, if he's saying it on Jimmy Kimmel, like... Who cares?
Yeah,
like,
facts.
the man's hot.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what? And
I'm unashamed.
he went from like, that was I think his first big role, and now he's gone to do like loads of stuff. He's in the Gladiator film. He's in the Quiet Place. He's dotted around everywhere.
Yeah.
So like, she just caught him before he was unattainable. Now they're
And
like
now,
a power couple. I rate
Obsessed.
Rate it.
We love it.
We love it.
Wait, but I need to know
Doja
your
fandom.
beef with Juicy.
Right, my beef with Juicy.
Because this is me and Charles, my boyfriend's favourite.
VRP, one of our favourite. It is. I'm not sure Juicy makes my top 10 of Doja Cat songs because Hot Pink, I would say Streets is better, Like That is better, Say So is better, Better Than Me is better for me. And then I've got in Planet Her, Woman's better, Kiss Me More's better.
Okay, there's many.
Got It Right's better. And then like 6 songs on Scarlet as well. And Juicy for me, and it makes more sense knowing that it's from the old album. It feels very a little bit SoundCloudy.
Okay.
It feels like both the production and the just sort of flow and songwriting just feels like a lot like a precursor to what she's then got on to doing in the rest of the album. Do you know what I mean? That's my take. But did I bop my head every time I listened to the tune? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't. She makes good music. It is a head bop. It's a bop. it is a bop. Do you think that there is a distinction between a bop and a banger?
Yes.
What would you say the distinction is?
Okay, so a bop implying that you're bopping to it.
Yeah.
So it's like more upbeat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So a bop is like something that you're just like loving
yeah.
and you're dancing.
Sorry, that took me back to Hamburg.
That's how I dance. It's just the endless shimmy.
Just Charles behind us, absolutely dead to the world.
He was so dead. He was gone.
That's jokes. But I do agree though. I do agree. A bop, like, because I say I probably overuse the word banger.
Yeah.
But a bop, like, I don't know, gets you up off your feet, like danceable.
Yeah, a banger could be anything.
Yes.
Like just something that's like I don't know, just hits like a emotional.
Yeah, Adele's made bangers.
Yeah,
but then
banger.
she does it like Roll in the Deep bop.
Yes.
But not and a banger. But then like Someone Like You is not a bop. It's a banger.
Yeah, correct. Do you agree?
I agree massively. Love it.
What
Love
would you say a bop is?
So I would say okay, this is to bring it back to the the topic of the day. I would say something like Attention is a banger, but not a bop.
Yes.
Whereas something like Say So is a bop, not necessarily a banger.
Correct.
Say So could be both. I'm not.
Say So in like 20 years is a banger.
Yes. But right now is a bop.
Yeah.
Back it. I agree. J'agree. I feel like this is a redundant question because we've just been gassing about Doja Cat for the last 10 minutes. But is Hot Pink a good album? Like from start to finish as a piece of work to listen to, is it a good album?
I don't think it's like... I mean... I think it's good. I wouldn't say it's like amazing in terms of like the best albums that have ever happened. You know? But it's one of my favourites.
I hear it. And that's why it's your vinyl resting place.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And I actually was pleasantly surprised. I think it flows really nicely as an album. Like I was saying about Cybersex, so like if Cybersex was like slap bang in the middle of the album, I'm not sure I would have enjoyed that. But I think it is a quite nice, fun entrance to what you're going to expect, and like listening to it, you don't get many oh shit, like why is that song there? Like it all fits quite nicely. It's not gonna break any records or like blow your mind, but it's, I think, like you said, not too fatty, and there's not much filler, there's not much wasted time, and it's all fun. It all sounds nice. Yeah, like it is good.
And also, as a vinyl, it's hot pink.
Is it?
And it's pang.
I'm a big fan. A coloured vinyl is. I
love it.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
So nice.
I got an acid rap version, and it's like marbled purple, green, and blue.
Love it.
And I was like, yeah, that's
if you're gonna make a vinyl, obviously like make it like a bit interesting.
Yeah, why? Like anyone can get a black vinyl. Like
exactly.
Just do it. Do something fun. I agree. Also, have you seen the like standing vinyl like record players? So like
wait, you mean like the old fashioned ones?
No, so I think they're fair. I think they're new. So basically, it's like two like metal or wooden pillars, and then like there's a bottom, and then you place the vinyl like in the middle, but the vinyl's like standing upright.
Oh,
and it
I haven't
spins.
seen that.
After the recording, I'll
Would you get that?
They look fucking spenny, but yeah, like that's.
Is that not cool? Is that cooler than like just a really nice?
I don't know if it's cooler, but I like the idea of being able to like look through it. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm just a slave to Instagram adverts. Like I saw it on. My cookies was really working hard.
Yeah, honestly, the cookies, they worked hard for me.
And they showed it, and I was like, I must have this.
You know what? The other one that I've seen is like these vinyl hooks. So you stick it on the wall, and then like you put the vinyl in it. I was like, should I get that?
I've seen. Yes.
Do you think I should get that?
You should. Yes.
I just don't know where it will go, but I was thinking like it would look so cool where the decks are.
Yes, yeah. How do they attach as well?
So you can like drill, but I'm no good at drilling.
Sorry.
Or you can get like adhesive ones, but I don't know how good they will be.
Yeah, you don't want them to fall.
Teemu victim.
TikTok shop, dangerous.
TikTok shop,
dangerous.
You get that voucher. And it's like 50p.
And then I could get like 20 things. Yeah. It's perfect. It's amazing.
Okay.
You have a recommendation.
Okay.
And that recommendation would have been in itself a super vinyl resting place album. Could you tell me what it is? And we're gonna delve deep into this.
What the other option? The
other option that you would deliberate in between.
So it was between this or IAMDDB Hood Rich.
Ooh. Volume 3.
Volume 3.
Yeah, obviously.
Volume 2.
Shout out to the other volumes. I
love the other volumes.
But there's a There's one
Clear winner.
big reason why it has to be volume 3 for me, but I'll let you talk on IMDDB first and why you love it.
Oh, I just love her.
Yeah.
Like, back when these were released.
2017.
Like, Another Colours. Another Colours.
Yeah.
Her colours is my favourite colours.
Really?
Like, by a lot.
Wow.
It's her style. It's her flow. Her aura.
She was... Yeah,
the outfit.
She was in her bag at this point in time as well, to be fair. Yeah, her colour show is really, really good.
So good.
Really good.
And then, like, just listen to, like, all of her albums. Specifically Vibe.
Oh, yeah.
I love Vibe.
Okay,
But also Hood Rich.
I was going to say, like, how much do you still listen to IMDDB? Because
I think I listened to it till, like, I couldn't listen anymore. But it took me a long time. Maybe, like, 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I, like, had a break. But recently, I'm back.
You're back into it.
Yeah.
Have you listened to her new stuff at all?
Like, it trailed off.
Yeah.
After Flight Mode, I was like, I'm not sure.
I rate her because I still follow her on socials for whatever reason, because I didn't listen to her music. I think I'm the same as you. After Flight Mode, I wouldn't say like I was like a super fan in the same way that I was. Like, I saw her in Argentina, fucking nutty.
I want to see her so bad.
Like she puts on a show.
Yeah.
But like the style of the music goes in lots of different ways.
Yeah.
And like you don't really know what she's going to put out, but then I respect her because she's constantly putting out. She's found her tribe. She's got her audience. She's got like core fans in South America, Europe, Africa. She's just living. Living, and I rate it. But from Vibe, Hood Rich 2, Hood Rich 3, that era of her was impeccable. And the reason why I say Hood Rich 3 could be my like...
I know why you're gonna say that, because it's a more hip hop, isn't it?
It is more hip hop, but it's because it's got Shade, and Shade.
Oh my God, Shade!
Shade might be Shade is in my top 10 songs of all time. I love this tune.
It's such
such a banger, and it's one of those tunes like if you haven't listened to it for a little while, or like you're in a group of people and you're trying to gauge the vibe of the motive, you stick on Shade. At least one person's going to be like, "Bad bitch, no, I don't know where."
Yes!
So it's such a banger. It is. I don't know what it is, and it's one of those things where you can't describe it, but it scratches that itch in my brain.
It's so good. And like, you know, when she was doing promo for it, like she did an interview and it was like, "Are you gay?" And she was like, "Everyone always asks me like if I'm gay, but that's actually not the point. Like, it's that I'm like a male and like, but it's also me." So the point of view of the album is from a man's point of view, but the man is her. So
it does just work as a project. I think
the first song, the album, like packs a punch. I loved it. I love it. Tony Montana.
That's where it.
I sound so raw.
No, it's acceptable. I'm allowing it. It had to be done. It had to be done. It does hit. It does hit so hard, and it's a shame because it's falling out of kind of like fandom with her.
I know.
Like, I don't go back to the old stuff as much as I could or would. Like, Pause is an absolute beat, and she has on Vibe 2, Teardrop.
I love Teardrops with Mugen.
Oh, that was like the first song I ever heard from her, and I was like, oh my days, like, where have you been all my life? Like, that sort of energy. But I just
Doobies.
Oh, Doobies. Doobie, like it's just one of the artists where I wish she just carried on doing this forever and ever and ever and ever, and like I would be super happy, but because the new stuff isn't the same, I'm not that. I want to be banging the door down for IMDDB, because people, I think she does get a lot, not like I don't think necessarily she gets like disrespected or anything like that, but I think she gets I think she's overlooked for like the career that she's built for herself.
I think so.
And I think it's just because like she makes the music. She doesn't do what is expected from a label or what people would want her to hear. She makes the music that she feels at any given time, which is very commendable. But
I think she had like beef like back in the day with like Steph Don.
Did she?
And I don't know if like that had affected things.
It drove her out of the UK.
I don't know, but like after that, like I don't know, like I felt like she was gonna be huge. Like I felt like she was on the Billie Eilish like trajectory.
Yeah. I was thinking like she'd be like because I think musically, arguably, I think she's better than someone like an FKA Twigs. Like I prefer this version of IMDb to a Twigs, but Twigs is like iconic. Like Twigs, even though she doesn't release as much music, like based off the back catalogue,
she does is like got that quality,
and it's respected, and everyone's like, you are that artist, like you are class. Whereas it doesn't seem to resonate the same for IMDDB, but I'm glad we got to speak about her because
she's amazing.
She is class.
And like the confidence that she has, like in those songs, it like gave me confidence. Like I used to listen to it a lot when I would be on the treadmill and stuff, and I was like, yes.
I see it. I hear it. I'm a bad bitch in an Uber personally.
Exactly.
I can't lie. I'm here for it. And
even if your life is nothing like that, like you can still relate.
You can still relate
to the energy,
and she has it in spades as well. And I think it's like. Maybe in a similar way to Doja Cat as well. Like she is very much herself, and she's decided like, look, this is how I want to portray myself. This is how I want to be seen and viewed in like wider circles. That's fit as well.
Yes.
It is like that confidence to just do whatever. Lang.
I know.
Can't complain. I feel like we used to have a segment called Guilty Pleasures. But we're past the idea of guilty pleasures because listen to what you listen to, you know? Like it's a free world.
I have no guilty pleasures.
Is the correct answer.
Because I don't feel guilty.
Exactly. This is why we scrapped it. This is it. But then what is, and especially since the two albums and the two artists that we've spoken about today are of a not maybe same but like similar sort of ilk. What's something that if I was scrolling through your liked songs that I wouldn't expect to find that is,
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't expect to find that is on there.
Oh, that's really hard.
That you do like to listen to. Have a look. Scroll through. We got time.
Let me have a look. Because I was thinking about my guilty pleasures, and obviously, as you said, there's no guilty pleasures, but like I think lifting that guilt was like a process.
I agree.
I remember having a chat with our shared friend Martha.
Yes, yeah.
And literally on a night out being like, guys, like I just want to let you know, like I actually just love pop music, and I'm like sick of like pretending and like sick of everyone else pretending that they don't like it. And like now I'm just like, just enjoy that.
I think that is a thing that a lot of people. Barney was very much the same. He was like, do you know what? I am just a pop princess, and that is okay.
He does love the pop, doesn't he?
He does love the pop. He flew to France for T Swizzy.
T Swizzy.
Yeah. He was in tears. He's all for it.
I would love to see her. Like, why would you not? Even if I'm not a Swiftie, like it's just an experience.
It's an expensive experience, but I do get it. I really regret not going to see the Renaissance tour because I don't like the album. But for everything that I've heard, like should have just kept my mouth shut. But the production, and this is what everyone said about Taylor Swift.
Yes, it's the production.
The production value of the show, like it's just a spectacle. Like I could have just got a seat and like munched some popcorn and had a beer and had a really nice day. And also like I don't hate all of Beyonce's songs, so I would have been fine. I don't hate all of Taylor Swift songs, so like it would have been fun. But over 150 quid, like
it's too much.
It's more than I spend to see my favourite artist, you know what I mean? So to do it for someone that I know that I don't like that much is
Yeah.
just a step too far for me. But for free, if anyone wants to take me
Yeah.
to the Eras tour,
Yeah.
or when if I'm saying that Beyonce should do her own Eras tour.
Yes.
So it should be.
She should do an Eras tour.
Destiny's Child as the support, or like the start.
Oh my god, yes.
Like for like 45 minutes to an hour, then like a good hour and a half just pure from Dangerously in Love straight through to
Renaissance.
What's the no? Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
Would you see Beyonce with me?
I'd come see Beyonce with you.
I would love that.
I would. Beyonce is someone that I would spend up to and potentially north of 100 quid for.
I would pay a lot because her voice.
Yeah. Also, she still fucking goes for it on stage, and she's getting on. Like, it's insane. Like,
she's doing well.
She's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her
voice. Oh my god.
Insane. But then the problem I would have is she'll get to the end eras, and I must say, I'm not a fan of Cowboy Carter, and I'm not a fan of Renaissance. Like,
really?
Renaissance, less so than Cowboy Carter.
It's got good songs on it.
It's got some good songs on it, but like
Break My Soul is overrated by a lot.
Is the
but
one
House Remix.
I prefer I think Break My Soul is my favourite song on the album.
Really?
Yeah. Because I heard Break My Soul, and I get that it was overdone, but then like when Break My Soul came out,
what about Cuff It?
Nah, not for me, mate.
It's such a good ballad.
Nah, not for me. A ballad is tough. The little no one's clapping to a ballad. Nah.
I like it musically.
It's not. I hear. I get what you're saying, and do you know what I think? I've thought this for a long while that like. I'm not sure if there's one that exists, but I can imagine an acoustic version of Cuff It being very nice.
There is like a bedtime version. Maybe you should listen to the bedtime version.
I'm sure I'd probably enjoy it because But yeah, not for me. And like even what's the Virgo's Groove. Virgo's Groove.
It's a bit long.
It just didn't move me. But then Break My Soul, when I first heard it, I was like, oh shit, is this what we're doing, Beyonce? Okay. And then the rest of the album didn't live up to that for me. But then that might just be like how I was introduced to it. Whereas Cowboy Carter I just don't like, but I'm not a country fan, so it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I've done too much shit on Beyonce on this.
Do you think like Cowboy Carter? Well, have you talked about this already about the countryness?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's a bit. What's the word I want to use before people shout at me again? I just think it's a bit pandery. Like she's pandering to people, and like there is.
But she is from Texas. Though.
She is from Texas, and like she can sing country, and I think there is obviously her roots in there, and it's nice that people get a platform to like grow from featuring on Beyonce's album.
But I think it felt pandering.
Maybe pandering's not the right word. I think the thing to me, like, I have this big thing with Ed Sheeran as well, and like it's probably different because Ed Sheeran is just not African, right? But like there's this
we've had this
about Peru. Yeah?
I love Peru.
So do I. It's
it's such a nice verse.
It's all right. It's a decent and it's a nice song, and I probably listened to the Ed Sheeran, like the version with Ed Sheeran, more than I had listened to the original one.
Yeah.
But it's the narrative that surrounds it where it's like, whoa, now that Ed Sheeran's doing Afro beats, this is really cool now, and this is. Do
you think people thought that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's what brought.
Maybe that's what other people thought.
Yeah, and I think that's and I think where
probably from your perspective, like as an Afrobeats listener, you're like hearing a lot more people like come towards that.
Yeah, and it's not, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
it's just maybe I haven't seen it, but I would like to see more. Okay, like this is me doing my take on what this genre is, but really it's about them. But what happens when it's an Ed Sheeran or a Beyonce or even like to an extent like Taylor Swift stepping into folk as well? Like it's like I'm this big artist doing this thing, and now that I'm doing this thing, that's the reason why you
Yeah,
like it.
I mean, that's not actually a problem with the artist, that's the problem with the fans, because they aren't like having that diverse taste.
No, I know what you mean, and I, it's you they're not responsible for their fan base, but there is an element of where you, and I think Beyonce's one was the most like,
it's still irritating.
Yeah, it was the most like obvious for me, where like all these artists were on there, and suddenly everyone was like, oh wow, like country is coming back, and it's all timed, and it's all part of a wider renaissance, pardon the pun, of country. But like, all it takes is for you if I was a Beyonce, just to take a step back and like, be like, okay, no, this is about you lot, because I'm Beyonce. I'm gonna make shit tons of money from this anyway. Let's say like you lot are amazing, but she's doing that in her own way, because those like Shabuzi is now fucking one of the biggest artists. I don't like his music.
Do you?
No, I don't like his music at all.
It's very simple.
It's so basic.
If you like, the thing that I love about country the most is like the storytelling.
Yeah, and he's
like it's artistry in that. He's not telling a story.
He did a country song. He did a
country back.
He did a remix of Tipsy. Here comes the 1 to the 3 to the 4, which is a banger, and he ruined it. He ruined it. That beat was like the sound of my childhood, and he's just ruined it. It's like, and everyone,
honestly, at my events, I love a bit of Shabuzi.
I would play that, and then I would cut it. I would cut it into the real one. Everyone would be like, "Oh, is this the real tune?" And they'll all get there. It'll be lit. It'll be fucking sick. Yeah. We're doing DJ lessons. This has to be done.
We have to do it.
This has to be done. Don't think you're getting out of the question, by the way. What is your?
You know what? This actually leads really well onto it. Like, I was gonna say, I don't really have anything that you wouldn't expect, because I'm very like
I'm an open book.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but country music, I feel like I've always liked that.
Really?
Like, me and my dad, we've always loved it. Like Carrie Underwood.
Okay, I understand.
Her old albums are like really like special. Like, they've got amazing stories in there. Like, it's not just about her. Like, it'll be like stories about other people, and like just the musicality, and you know, it's like music that you could like cry to when you're upset.
It's very, there are a lot of heartfelt country songs, and I do get that. Just doesn't appeal to me. I just don't.
That's fair enough.
I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to be less closed-minded with how I look at music, and I think when I started the podcast, I was very much like, blah, hate country, don't like this, don't like that. But in reality, like, there are always going to be songs that, whatever genre it is, that are just good regardless. And I think one thing that I do definitely take from country music is that, regardless of how, I don't know, clever the lyrics are, or clever they do convey a lot of, you can convey a lot of emotion in country music.
It's the emotion.
Yeah, like that. There's that guy who's really famous now, Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Like, not for me. I'll be honest, not for me, but I do get it. Because he did British Summertime this year.
I can't think of any songs by Morgan Wallen, but I'm sure I would.
There's a song. I think it actually is a cover, to be fair. His oh no, it's not a cover. Whiskey Glasses.
Okay.
Is a really, really like emotional song. I'll play it after this.
Yeah, okay.
Oh shit, Morgan Wallen, he's in jail time. No
Wait, what
way.
did he do?
No way.
What did he do?
Live-o, Jesus Christ.
Oh no, he's done a Diane Sawyer.
What's a Diane Sawyer?
You know, like a tell-all.
Oh, right. Have you been silenced? Are you silent or silenced?
That absolutely slapped. I don't know if she planned that in a
That was cool. That was a bar. That's the best Oprah moment of time. That is better than.
And then she went like, silenced.
On international TV, talking about the Queen. Yeah, cold.
Boom.
He was arrested on 3 felony charges: reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. The chair.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh, Morgan. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
See, this is why I don't listen to country music, man. All the... I said this.
Just Carrie Underwood.
Just carry on.
Just Carrie Underwood.
This is gonna be my homework for this. Next time you come on the pod, I'm gonna give you my review of Carrie Underwood and whether I like it. I'm open to it. I like listening to new music.
Honestly,
I'm here for it.
You might surprise yourself.
I might. I'm not sure if I will, but I'm willing to give it a go. I think that's everything.
Yes.
I think that I was scrolling through and I was like, he does a song with Post Malone, but I forgot Post Malone is a country guy now.
Who else? You know what? Rascal Flatts.
Actually, I think I have heard some Rascal Flatts.
So
that rings
Look at
a bell.
them.
So fucking American.
Denim.
Gee, life is a highway, of course.
Yes!
Yeah. Well, which is undeniably.
But this
a
one,
banger.
What Hurts the Most.
What Hurts the Most.
Really good song.
Okay. All right.
And Bless the Broken Road.
Okay.
You must know that one.
I don't know if I do. That was really fun, Al.
Yes,
thank you so
Dapo.
much for coming on. You're going to be back on again.
Yeah.
Very soon. We'll be seeing
Yes.
Alex again. If you want, I think a VRP in the making as a regular guest.
Wait, what's the
host.
VIP again?
Oh, we haven't figured out what the R stands for.
Oh.
But it's instead
Wait,
of
Vinyl Wrestling.
but instead of very
Wait, I was
important,
like, what is that?
instead of very important person, we need to figure out what the R stands for like Charles,
Very.
Hannah, Kingsley, Barney, and yourself. If
The
you want.
regulars.
Vinyl regular person, very regular person. We'll figure it out.
Very regular person.
Very regular person.
Or vinyl ready. Vinyl.
The vinyl
Regular person.
We'll workshop it. We're getting
We'll
there.
do it.
That's as close as we've gotten.
We can do it.
But we will see you very soon.
Yes.
Thank you for listening and watching at home. Follow the podcast on all our socials: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook if you want, I guess. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Thanks,
Thank you.
Peace.